What's up, Rockets? I'm Ricardo Medrano.
And I'm Jonathan Kirk.
And this is J-Rocket TV. For our top story, have you ever wanted to go to Houston or Dallas but don't want to drive the majority of your day?
Well, drive no more. With the help of SpaceX CEO Elon Musk, a proposal called the Hyperloop, an underground transportation system traveling frictionless, allowing speeds up to 700 miles per hour, has picked Texas to be one of its possible locations.
The proposal includes an underground pressurized tube system running 640 miles, including San Antonio, Dallas, Austin, and Houston, creating a route that will be known as the Texas Triangle, with each ticket costing about $330. In 2015, SpaceX announced a transportation pod prototype competition amongst universities nationwide. The first two competitions took place in January and August of 2017.
The competitions challenged college students to design the best transportation pod, helping speed up the Hyperloop's development. Although the project is still in its planning and approval stage, if Texas is chosen, you may be able to travel from San Antonio to Houston in a matter of minutes by the year 2021.
In tech news, on September 27th, there was a surprise Amazon press event in which they unveiled a new addition to the Echo family, with the new Echo Spot. The new Echo Spot is a combination of the Amazon Echo, Dot, and Show.
The Amazon Spot will feature a 2.5-inch curved screen. It serves as kind of a smart alarm, but that's not all, says Amazon Devices chief Dave Limp. The Echo Spot can also make video calls like the Echo Show.
The Echo Spot also has a built-in speaker, but also has a line-out capability so you can connect to an external speaker via cable or Bluetooth. The Echo Spot will also have a streaming capability so you can stream music from services such as Prime Music, Pandora, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn.
Amazon hopes that consumers will purchase more than one to sync to others for multi-room use. And now here's Daniel Gill with a movie review.
In Kingsman: The Golden Circle, the Kingsman's headquarters is destroyed along with most of the agents. The remaining members now have to team up with their American counterparts, the Statesmen, to save the world from a new threat.
Today marks the beginning of a new age. Wait, I'm going to show you. Say goodbye to the Kingsmen.
Kind of got a bit of a save the world situation here.
I felt that the first Kingsman did great in 3 categories: action, humor, and style. I believe that the Golden Circle establishes these characteristics greater than the original, which is what most modern sequels aim to do, but miss. However, I feel that this one did it great. The action sequences are extremely enjoyable and easy to watch. They use a lot of the same effects from the original, making them stylistic and easy to view. However, having the camera spin around the fight and having time slow down every so often is cool to watch, but pulls you out of the illusion and sadly reminds you that you're just watching a movie. A lot of the humor comes from the almost excessive stereotyping of the two agencies: the Kingsmen, who are old English gentlemen who own a tailor shop, and the Statesmen, who are American drinkers who own a distillery. But the humor is supported by good jokes throughout the film, but surprisingly, the performance of Elton John as himself is probably one of the funniest parts of the movie for me. The James Bond-inspired gadgets and utilities are one of the most interesting elements from the original, with the bulletproof umbrella, explosive lighter, knife-equipped shoes, and countless other gadgets. The Golden Circle continues these gadgets, but for the Statesmen, including an electronic whip, mind-sweeping baseball bat, explosive baseballs, and many more. Personally, the Kingsman: The Golden Circle lives up to the original, but I felt that the shooting scenes fell flat for more hand-to-hand fighting, which isn't horrible, but a small letdown. Besides that, I would give the Kingsman: The Golden Circle a 4 out of 5 stars because it's capable of living up to the original, which is extremely rare in this modern day of filmmaking. Kingsman: The Golden Circle is in theaters now, so make sure you sneak your way down to the movies to watch it.
The Judson Band recently had a competition. For more on this, we have Nick Zamora on the band's first contest.
Recently, the Judson Band competed against 12 other bands at the Ski Marching Festival at the Matador Stadium. They performed their 2017 marching show entitled On the Horizon. Among these bands, Judson placed first in prelims and won Caption Awards for Best Music, Best Guard, Best in 6A, and overall Grand Champions.
It was great. It was as good as it could have gone. We had 2 Great performances. I think we're further ahead than we've ever been. We've always had strong performances for our first contest, but this was on another level than we've ever been before. So I think it really sets us up for an even better end of our season 2.
This was the first contest for the band in their long competitive season, spanning the whole month of October. For the band comprised mostly of seniors, this was a great way to start their final marching season.
We're seeing the props, we're seeing the flags, we're seeing the costumes, and now that it's all coming together, I think everyone is going to get even more on board than they already are.
This is the fourth show for Mr. Keys as head band director. The band show is something completely different from what the students have ever done.
I think the cool things with this show is that we're taking some risks musically. We're playing a lot more notes, we're playing more challenging music, we're playing more recognizable melodies, which means people kind of know how they should go and how they should sound. And we're also taking a lot more risks with our drill. We're moving a lot more while we're playing. And we also have giant props that are moving on the field. So we're just taking a few more risks than we've had the past 3 years, and I think we're going to get rewarded.
For most of the band, this was a great way to get the Judson name out and get a feel for the rest of the season. They've worked tirelessly since July and felt really excited to show off at the first competition.
I think my favorite part of the show is the end, when our props move forward and it's a big 2D band section, everyone's playing, it's big and loud.
But the band isn't done yet. In fact, they have a performance this Saturday at your DW Rutledge Stadium.
And now here's Tyrell and Paige with this week's Word on the Street.
What's this week's word on the street?
What's your biggest pet peeve?
What's your biggest pet peeve?
When people smack their food, it's so disgusting. I can't.
My biggest pet peeve is when people walk so slow. And then
they bump me. It's annoying and they don't say sorry.
And then you accidentally hit their back of their shoe and they look at you rude, like, walk faster.
When people butt in a conversation that don't even belong to them.
Pet peeve? Yeah, man. When they walk in slow, bro, like that, it's annoying, bro. I push them, you feel me? You feel me, bro?
Homework, lots of homework.
When my brother steals my charger.
My biggest pet peeve is when teachers put in grades too late.
Disrespect. Y'all heard it.
When people touch my hand when I give them something.
All right, what's your biggest pet peeve?
All these kids walking super slow in these hallways. I'm trying to get to class, bro.
When people shout at me.
Liars. I hate liars. You gotta
tell that truth.
When people interrupt me while I'm talking.
Nail biting. My biggest pet peeve is when people just loud for no reason.
Like when someone texts you and then you text them back and then they don't respond.
What's your biggest pet peeve, bro?
Life. It'd be like 7:30 in the morning. People be screaming, they like, bro, like, why you gotta be so loud, you know?
All these SoundCloud rappers. Lil Dollar. What's your biggest pet peeve?
When you interrupt me, like, when people bump into me and don't say sorry.
When people try to wear so much makeup, they start looking like the it clown.
She talking about that cake face, y'all.
Alright, what's your biggest pet peeve?
When people call it Naruto, it's Naruto.
It's Naruto.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Yes.
Slow walkers and people asking me for food. I ain't got time for that. Asking for gum? No, you can't have none.
Okay.
It's 89 cents at the store.
Loud people.
When people lie and when people just say unnecessary things, like it's just unnecessary, like.
For real.
And when people smack, when you have gum in your mouth and you smack and you chew, I'ma smack you, don't smack. Close your mouth when you eat.
When I don't have a haircut.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
People who keep editing me out of it.
What's your biggest pet peeve, bro?
Your forehead.
My forehead, y'all. What's your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve is you.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
When my girl texts me K.
I hate people with the name Tyrell holding the microphone.
My biggest pet peeve is when people bump into me. I just want to knock them out, but I just walk away. What?
My biggest pet peeve is when people don't text back or when they try to diss Drake. You don't diss Drake.
Well, that's about all the time we have, Rockets. I'm Ricardo Madrano.
And I'm Jonathan Kirk.
And this is J-Rocket TV. Remember, Rockets, there's no school on Monday, October 9th. And to see some of our older broadcasts and other content like our Converse Conversations podcast, then make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/JRocketTV.